Hey guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. You're going to be on the floor or in your bed if that's more comfortable for you. Go ahead and gently pull in that belly button to set those abs. Get your comfortable spine position, hands down by your side, and we're starting with a little march. So one leg goes up and then the other. We're getting really deep today. It's a deep burn. See if you know what movie that's from. To help get those muscles activated that support our spine and help us get a little bit of a flatter belly too. So we're starting with the easiest one here, and we're gonna get a little harder as we go. So you should totally feel a burn by the time we're done. Notice here too, I'm not marching super high. I'm just lifting a little bit and really making sure that I'm keeping my hips nice and level and that they're not shifting back and forth. We're going to do one more on each side, and then we're adding to this. My hands are gonna come behind my head, elbows are gonna stay open. I'm gonna stick with that march, but I'm adding that little bit of a crunch up. I'm really focusing on using those lower abdominal muscles to guide this movement. Notice I don't have a huge movement here either, right? So we also wanna make sure we're still breathing, no holding your breath here. I think it helps to exhale as you come up. And again, my head and my legs are moving, but the middle of me is staying nice and controlled. I almost held my breath there, not purposely. We're gonna get a couple more in here. Keep that belly button pulled in if you can so that you're not pooching or pushing those abs out. And one more on the other leg. Ooh, good. Okay, arms are gonna go behind this time. Thinking again, same idea. We're gonna lift up just slightly, but those arms are gonna come down by our side and pulse, and then we're gonna come back down. So again, notice I am not curling all the way up. That one isn't great for my spine, and a lot of people that have back issues, like me, that's not great for their spine either. So we can still work those abdominal muscles without having to do a full sit-up, right? That is the goal. Get a burn, but safely. Good. You can even tuck a little bit into that pelvis if it feels good for you. Again, notice I'm only coming up as high as I can without pushing my belly out. Get in my belly. Get my belly in. All right, couple more here. Of course, breathing. One more to go like this. Good, I'm gonna bring the soles of my feet together and drop these knees open. This opens the hips up, obviously, but it helps to really focus a little bit lower here too. Bringing those hands behind my head again, starting with that little crunch up again, and you should feel this a little bit differently than that first one we did. So again, breathing out as you come up. We're gonna add on to this, of course, because it's fun, right? We're having fun, I hope. Couple more here. Again, I'm not lifting high so that I am cognizant and ooh, that was a big word, conscious of what my whole body is doing here. One more, and then we're gonna add a little bit of a twist with it. So I'm gonna come up, and then I'm just getting a little gentle pull using my abdominals on the side there to really lead the motion. Don't yank your elbow, don't yank your head. No yanking of any type here, right? So it's okay to make it a small motion as long as you are really focused on those muscles that are working. Now we can never isolate so it's just one muscle that's working, but we can bias a little. And we're biasing right now, like I said, kind of those deep muscles, right? But into those obliques as well. Ooh, and mine feel it. I hope yours do too. Here we go. We're gonna do, wow, one more to each side, and then I'm gonna add on one little more part to this one. So from here, keep those legs together, or excuse me, feet together. You're gonna lift up both upper body and in those legs. Whew, this one's tough. So if this is too much, stay with just lifting that upper part up, okay? So here, look, I'm not lifting high. Whoa, because if I did, I would be not in a good position. So we're just gonna get a few of these. And then we're gonna work on getting our legs up into the air to add some positions in there too. So let's get one more like this, and then legs are gonna come up. From here, we're gonna bring this knee up a little bit. So my left leg is up, my right hand is behind the head. I'm gonna straighten this left leg out, and then I'm adding that little turn. Again, just like with the other one, make sure that you're not pulling your neck. If you're worried about doing that, you can, whoopsies, you can certainly cross your arm, or you can even add a little reach, as long as you're not, again, pulling and yanking, right? Breathing out, We're gonna get a few more on this side, and then of course we have to do the other side. You don't wanna walk in a circle, unless you do. More power to you, whatever you choose. We've got one more on this side. And then with control, coming back down, lifting this leg up. This leg stays up, and we're gonna add that little reach. Here we go. Same idea, don't yank. Nice and controlled. If you can point your toes, great. If not, that's okay too. Few more. From here, we're gonna bring both legs up off the ground. A little harder because we're straightening this leg instead of keeping it bent. It's really hard when you're keeping it though. All right, from here, keeping everything engaged, trying not to move out of that happy position, we're gonna bring that opposite leg up, and then we're gonna add my favorite struggling turtle, not the dead bug, because dead bugs don't move. So opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out. You're only lowering the leg as far as you can without changing that spine positions, right? So if I go too low, I'm really arching there, which we don't wanna do. We wanna keep our bodies happy today and all days, honestly. Here we go, a few more. Then we're switching it up again. We're gonna do one more on each side. Don't forget the breathing. All right, from here, I'm gonna straighten my legs as much as is comfortable, right? So if you need to have a little bend in your knees, you can. Arms are gonna go back down again. Now I'm gonna drop one straight leg at a time. And again, notice I'm not going all the way to the ground. Oops, that was a little too far, I arched. So you go ahead. If you can go all the way down to the ground, awesome, and you do it, but you stay where you are comfortable. Well, where you feel a lovely burn and not a pain and not an arching and rocking. How's that? That's a better way to put it, I'd say. Whew. Drop me a line in the comments below if you're feeling this, because I know I am. I hope you guys are too. We're gonna get a couple more here. Try to let those shoulders relax. I just realized that I was using those to help me out. We don't wanna do that. All right, and from here, my arms are gonna come up again. I'm gonna lift and I'm gonna reach off to the side just a little bit, right? Notice it's not a huge movement. I'm still focusing on using that lower part. And if this is too much on your neck, go ahead and just add that reach and keep that neck protected. Whatever feels good to you. You're still working. That's the key thing. Almost there with this one. I'm gonna get one more to each side. And then we have one more exercise to go. All right, for here, I am gonna grab, just to show you guys, this is my fabulous AirX pillow. You can grab a regular pillow. Sometimes I'll have my patients and clients use this just to help out a little and protect that back. You don't have to use this if you don't need to, but let me just show you. So it's that little reverse crunch. This just sometimes helps give you a little lift up. If you don't need it, awesome. But we're going straight up, trying not to go back too far. And this is definitely the hardest one, especially trying not to use it. I am using my neck a little bit. I'm trying not to. There we go. Trying to use just those lower abs and pelvis. It is a tough one. If you do want some more abs, I'm gonna list that up there along with some of the other core stuff too that you can take a look at. Ooh, let's get two more. Hang in there, because this is it. Whew, you did it.